Hey, welcome back everybody, and today we're going to be talking about 3 simple tips that can get you your first extraction in Hunt Showdown. So the first tip we're going to talk about today is your loadout. With your loadout, you need to make sure you have the right weapons that are suitable for you. This means that if you're going in there, you're not the best shot, you don't need to have a bow and arrow. If you're not good up close, you panic easy, you don't need to have a katana. You need to have weapons that are good in all scenarios, especially starting off as a beginner. Anything that isn't noob friendly, you don't need to be taken. Tools can come along with this. You need to make sure you have the right tools. A first aid kit is essential. Some type of knife, either being a knuckle knife, a spear, or a regular knife, having something like that is essential for your loadout. Consumables are up in the air, but for me, these are the ones I usually take. Next up, we're going to talk about your perks. Perks are a big part of your loadout, and they will sometimes make your game, so choosing the correct perks will also play a big role. Having some, I've already made a video on these, but I'll go over it one more time. As a solo player, some of the essential ones you'll need will be the Necromancer and Serpent. Those two right there I feel like is a go-to perks, or two go-to perks for a solo loadout. Now, the next thing we're going to talk about is game audio. And this is a very big part. You need to make sure you have your headset on. Don't play through a TV if you're playing Hunt Showdown. That's how I look at it. You need to make sure you have a headset. And you need to make sure it's turned up and it's good. Because the audio in Hunt Showdown is peak, is the best in any game, first person shooter wise, I've played. Anything going on in the game, you need to make sure you hear. With Hunt Showdown, you have a bunch of visual cues along with audio cues. Anything from crows flying away to ducks flying away, horse making noise, cow making noise, dogs making noise, chickens making noises. All of those are audio cues that let you know where an enemy player is. So listening out for those things are basically essential. AI enemies can also give away enemy players' positions, so making sure to listen out for that as well. So in the video, you're going to hear where enemy players are. You're going to hear the audio cue, and you're going to see where I look, just to show you how important it is to make sure you're listening at all times and know where an enemy might be. So lastly, we're going to talk about sprinting and being nervous. Obviously, as a first-time player, you're going to have nerves. You're going to be scared. You're not going to want to move like you're supposed to, as if you're in a Call of Duty or something like that. But in Hunt Showdown, especially starting out as a new player, everybody is sneaking around, and you don't have to do that. You need to know that you can move and you can sprint, especially to start the game. When starting the game, as soon as you load into the first match, you can sprint. There will be sometimes someone may spawn near you, but for the most part, trying to get to that first clue is a big part of getting your game rolling and getting your game started. You'll find out that the longer you play the game, you don't have to be sneaky at all times. If you watch some of the experienced players, they all sprint, run around, move, and movement in the game is essential. But movement in the game is a big part of making sure you don't die, just because of how easy it is for someone to hit a slow moving target. So sprinting and ducking and zigzagging is a big part of staying alive. Like I said, as you continue to play the game, you'll understand in what scenarios you can be sneaky and what scenarios you can sprint. Mostly when you get around a big point where the boss may be or their clues might be, it's a good time to start sneaking around. But just trying to stay on pace. Don't take too long and get yourself out of position, but don't be too quick to where you give your position away. All three of these tips come together, they line up together, and make sure that you do what you're supposed to do and know in what scenarios what to do. So hopefully these tips can help you in your first extraction. I hope you guys enjoy the video. If you haven't already, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.